Hey guys, Proper English here, and today I'm going to show you how to build a signal strength up-down counter. First, we'll do a quick demonstration. When I press this button, we're going to count down. We'll see it go from 6 to 5, and then from 5 to 4. Beautiful, works perfectly. Now when we come over here, we've got another button. This allows us to count up, so we'll watch it go from 4 to 5, and then we'll do 5 to 6, and how about we do 6 to 7 too. And there we go. This thing works fantastically. There are a few things that'll probably change as comparators change, but let's take a look at how this works. Alright, so what I've got over here is the part of the circuit that counts down. I've got a dispenser over here. It's outputting a signal strength of 1. All we need is one item in there. And that goes right into the subtractor in this memory cell. So we've got a memory cell over here. This comparator is set to subtract, and we're going to subtract 1 from it. That's how we count down, but we don't subtract 1 all the time. Instead, we control when we subtract 1 using a monostable, and that turns this on when we pulse it. Alright, so right now there's a signal going into this comparator that is comparing the 1 to 15. Of course, 1 is less than 15, so we don't output, but when a 1-tick pulse comes through here, then we subtract 1 a single time and we count down. So let's try it out. We'll press this button and we'll go from 5 to 4, and we can count all the way down. And there we go. We've got 0. And that is how the subtractor, the count down part of this circuit works. Let's take a look at addition. It's a little bit trickier, but it's really not too bad. Alright, so I've got the part of the circuit that can count up over here. And the way this works is by adding 1 to whatever is in the memory cell. So right now there's a 0 in the memory cell, and we're going to add 1 to that. It's a little tricky because we need to add 1 by performing subtraction. But this isn't too bad, and we'll walk through this step by step. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to subtract our value in the memory cell, our 0, from 15. And we can do that with a dispenser outputting a full signal strength of 15 into a comparator set to subtract. So right now the A input here is 15, the B input is 0. We get an output of 15. The next thing we want to do is subtract 1 from that, and we can do that by allowing the signal to decay once, so we go 15 to 14. That 14 is the B input for another subtractor. Alright, so now we're subtracting 14 from 15. So this dispenser is outputting a full signal strength of 15. The output is 1. Now we can control when that 1 gets into this memory cell using this monostable. And this monostable looks kind of ridiculous for this circuit, but at the moment there are some tricky behaviors with comparators, and this is a monostable that works, so I'm using it. And now when I press this, what's going to happen is this block moves over and it allows this one to travel into the memory cell, and it overwrites the 0 that's already there. And so let's try it. When I press the button, we count up to 1. And now let's actually walk through the process of counting to 2. So we've got a 1 in the memory cell. We're going to subtract that 1 from this 15 over here. That gives us a 14. Alright, so we subtract 1 from the 14, we get 13. Now we're going to subtract 13 from 15, and that gives us 2. We can extend this over here so we can see that is in fact a 2. When I add some redstone, it goes 1, and then no more, so we've got 1, 2, 0. So that's signal strength 2, and now when I pulse this, that signal strength of 2 can overwrite this 1. So let's try it. Press the button, and there we go. And that is how we add 1 and count up using comparators. Alright, so today we've taken a look at a circuit that can count up and count down using signal strength. That's pretty cool, and I have a feeling that this sort of circuit will be very useful in lots of different minigames for tons of different applications. So hopefully you can find a use for this. I'm definitely going to be playing around with it with a few ideas that I've got. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.